Hi everyone, it's Michael. In this tutorial I will show you how to do the Jesus. So the Jesus is part of the first really cool variation you can learn when you have a strong halo. Again, another tricks name with like a lot of Christian background. The Jesus, halo, angel roll, devil roll. Like I have no clue why they all call it like this, but yeah, this one is called the Jesus. I guess also from the posture because we are receiving the light from the sky. It's a really interesting move. It's part of the finisher move I also use on stage. It's really impressive, especially if you can do it clean. And this is what we're gonna learn today. Remember that you need to have like a really clean halo before trying to learn this one. And if it's already the case, let's get into it. In this video, we're gonna have 4 parts. First, I'm gonna just focus a little bit on the step work, like the footstep we need to learn on this one. Second, I will show you how to turn the chest, which is one of the most important parts. Then we're gonna work a bit on timing, and then you have a slow motion if you also want to just check how things work out. And so we're gonna start by the footsteps. So I just put the angle a bit differently. So you can see here, like a lot of halo variation, like where we're gonna move our body is really important. So here what's happening is like I start with a halo, and when the staff is starting to fall, I'm already turning my chest and I'm gonna let my foot follow. So like here I'm going from the right to the left, and so my left foot will be my pivot. It means this foot gonna stay on the ground at the same position while the other one gonna move, and it will look like this. So in the end I'm doing 180, 180. You see, like this foot is still moving, just not changing position. I'm quite comfortable doing this kind of work because I'm working a lot on like footstep in general through dancing or different stuff. If you don't feel like comfortable doing this, what you can do is also smaller steps in there. Just know that you want to start in this position and end up in the same position again, you know? So like this, if you have an audience in front of you, you know where to start, you know when to end up, and it's also important because we're gonna finish the move the same way we started. We start with the halo, going to the Jesus, finishing with an halo. So you want to finish while you started the movement. So here, really important before even doing anything with the staff, take your time, check the pivot, turn around, and try to keep your gaze the sight a bit up. Don't look at the ground, otherwise you're gonna lose the staff when you play with it. You look around, even a bit higher in the air if possible, and you just play with that. Obviously, you can do it both directions. And so that would bring the movement 22, and that was it for the footsteps. So you start to know how I work in general. I like to take time to really understand what's happening. So here, before starting to try to start the movement directly from a halo, we're gonna do it with body tracing, like we learned halo in the first case. So same, center point is here, going up. So my center is around the level of the back of my head. And when we are here, this is where the chest turn is important. Here what I want to do, instead of just turning 90 degrees more, I'm gonna turn even more. So you see now I'm facing completely the other direction. So I'm gonna switch angles so you can see. I start from my back. Halo, when it's at that, I start to turn, till the staff arrive on my chest here. I can do the footwork. You see here there's a V. So the staff cannot just simply arrive like this, bounce, come back up, finish here. So what's happening on the chest is the same thing happening in the back when you do a halo. If you understand the halo now, you can see there is a V. The staff is really doing one side of the V and the other side. And so basically, Jesus is a halo, not on the neck, but on the chest. It's exactly the same dynamic. So for the moment, what you can do is simply just go into the body tracing. Remember, here my left foot is my pivot. I try to turn as much as I can, and this is what you see, like I'm even pivoting the staff now, which gonna fall. I keep doing the step, is switching from one V to another, going back up. Okay, like in the previous tutorial, the video stopped. I don't know why, but I'm just coming back right in there. So when we work right now, I really want you to like put your attention really on the chest. Like it's really like if your chest is what is moving the rest of your body, you know. So when I'm starting here, my chest is that direction on the right, and you're gonna turn fully till you can really feel a twist in the hip here. See, like I'm starting, that would be like my normal, the audience is there. Start from the right, and I'm turning till I can look in my back with my chest in the air, because this is going to be the platform for the staff. And this is the main point. You really want to make a platform for the staff to fold on, and that's what's going to make the Jesus possible. And now we're going to watch for, just work a bit on this to feel the chest turn, and then we see how we actually make the Jesus happen. So now we go for the timing section. The timing, when to start to move the chest. Actually, the chest is always in movement. When it's going up here, this is the moment when it's falling to start to turn behind you. Now, if you want to have control, try to not go too fast. Try to avoid this kind of halo. You really want something smooth. And even if it's a bit diagonal and not completely straight, it's totally fine, because we are turning the staff with our chest. We're giving the impulse to go a bit more behind with the chest rotation. Now the other point you need to know is not only about timing, but when the staff is falling behind, we want to avoid it and it's rolling, and so often people will do this position. So like this, you see the staff is blocked here and can't start to roll somewhere. You see, like you give him a direction in the same time. So it looks like this. But it is possible to do it without. It's just easier. It's also quite visual. It looks good. People like this way of doing it. But it's possible to do it without your hand. But then you do something weird, like I did with my hand. So this posture is pretty nice. You can also place your hand inside, so it looks like this. In the end, we also do like kind of a trap for the staff. I showed it in the video in the beginning, and I will show it also in slow-mo. It's exactly the same. The only thing here, you want to spread your arm to look and to put your chest up while you are doing it. And so, timing, when you go above the head, you turn your body completely the other side. Now, sometimes it might happen also, then you don't turn your chest enough at the end of the movement. That can be a not so bad error if you already know the angel roll. And you can also finish in your hand there. Often happens to me because I forget to turn a little bit to just finish in a halo and not in angel. But it looks pretty cool too. And this is it for this tutorial. I'm sorry if you can hear me breathe hard. I'm still recovering from COVID, and like even recording a tutorial is making me out of my stamina at the moment. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know in the comment below how this goes for you. If there's some advice that was really good and some stuff were not so clear, please let me know. This is how I can improve. And I see you in the next one.